Hello friends, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Kavita Chauhan. I teach in University of Hyderabad. Today we are discussing another module, the types of Anuman or Hetu, Keval Anvay, Keval Vyatireki and Anvay Vyatireki Anumans. This module is written by Meeta Bandhopadhyay, Sarampur College, Hooghly. As we have already discussed three types of Anuman in the previous module, and these three types of Anumans were Purvat, Sheshvat and Samanato Drishtata. In this module, we are discussing three types of Anumans, and these are Keval Anvay, Keval Vyatireki and Anvay Vyatireki. Now let us see what is the distinction between these three types of Anumans and the earlier Anumans which were made. These three types of Anumans are based on three types of Hetus, and these three types of Hetus are positive proben, negative proben or positive and negative. Positive is Anvay, negative is Vyatireki and positive negative is Anvay Vyatireki. These three types of Hetus or probens leads to three types of Anumans. Let us now discuss one by one what are these three types of Anumans on the basis of three types of Hetus. Number one, Anvay Vyatireki. Positive negative proben is the one which is compatible with similar cases but is non-existent in dissimilar cases. Anvay Hetu or positive proben is the one which exists in similar cases but is without dissimilar cases. And third is Vyatireki Hetu or negative proben, which is the one while pervading Paksh is absent from dissimilar cases, whereas the similar cases do not exist at all. Now, in these three types of Hetus, we have seen that one is positive, one is negative and one is both positive and negative. Let us go in more detail what is the meaning of Anvay and Vyatirek. Anvay literally means the relation of the form. When X exists, Y exists. And Vyatirek literally means the relation among absences of the form. When Y does not exist, X does not exist. In the present context, Anvay is of the form whenever there is Hetu, there is Sadhya, and Vyatirek is of the form wherever there is absence of Sadhya, there is absence of Hetu. Now, Anvay and Vyatirek are the two types of conditions of association or concomitance. Anvay is whenever X exists, Y also exists, and Vyatirek is whenever there is absence of Y, there is absence of X. So these are two types of associations. Anvay is the positive concomitance and Vyatirek is the negative concomitance. Now let us discuss what are these three types of Anumans. As we have already discussed, three types of Hetus. On the basis of these three types of Hetus, these are the three types of Anumans. Keval Anvay inference is that in which only positive concomitance is available. Hence, it can be called purely positive inference. The Hetu in that inference can be called purely positive Hetu. So, Keval Anvay Anuman is that in which there is only Anvay concomitance or positive concomitance, and the inference of that type is called Keval Anvay Anuman. In the Keval Anvay Anuman, there is the positive Hetu, or we can say the Hetu in that inference is called purely positive Hetu or Anvay Hetu. Second type of inference or Anuman is Keval Vyatireki inference. Keval Vyatireki inference is that in which only negative concomitance is available, hence it can be called purely negative inference. The Hetu in it can be called purely negative Hetu. Second type of inference is Keval Vyatireki Anuman. In Keval Vyatireki inference, there is only negative association or concomitance. when there is only negative association or concomitance, that inference is known as purely negative inference, and the hetu of that negative inference is known as Vyatireki hetu. The third type of inference is Anvay Vyatireki. The Anvay Vyatireki inference is that in which both positive concomitants and negative concomitants are available. Hence, it can be called positive negative inference, and the hetu in it can be called positive negative hetu. So, this third type of inference, Anvay Vyatireki, is known as Anvay Vyatireki because it contains both positive as well as negative concomitants, and hence accordingly this type of inference is known as Anvay Vyatireki or positive negative inference. Let us now discuss Anvay Vyapti and Vyatirek Vyapti. As we have seen that an inference is constructed on Vyapti or association or concomitance. So let us see what is the definition of Vyapti. Definition of Anvay Vyapti is Hetu Vyapak Sadhya Samanadhikaran, or we can say Hetu's unfailing presence in the locus of that Sadhya which is Vyapak of Hetu is known as Anvay Vyapti. Let us now discuss the definition of Vyatirek Vyapti. The definition of Vyatirek Vyapti is Sadhya Abhav Vyapaki Bhut Abhav Pratiyogitva. So these two definitions, Anvay Vyapti and Vyatirek Vyapti, we will discuss in great detail later in this module. This definition of Vyatirek Vyapti is about Sadhya Abhav. Wherever is the absence of Sadhya, there is absence of Hetu. We will discuss it later in detail in this module. Though these are three types of Hetus, Anvay, Vyatirek and Keval Anvay, but there are long debates among the Nyayik philosophers on the nature of these three types of hetus. Let us now take a brief look on these four types of discussions or debates among the scholars. The first one is of the Udyanacharya. According to the Prachin Nyayikas, including Udyan, this distinction is based on the nature of concomitance, Sahacharya Darshana, between Hetu and Sadhya, or between the absence of Sadhya and the absence of Hetu by which Vyapti is known. According to Udyanacharya, the basis of inference is the association or concomitance of Hetu and Sadhya. Now let's take the Gangesha's view on Hetu. Gangesha was of the opinion that this distinction of Hetus is based not on the nature of concomitance between Hetu and Sadhya, but on the knowledge of Vyapti. Now Gangesha has emphasized on the knowledge of Vyapti. He says there can be association of Hetu and Sadhya, but it is the knowledge of Vyapti that leads to inference. Now according to Raghunath Shiromani, another Nyayika, this distinction is actually based on the nature of Sadhya or probandum of Anumiti. Now Raghunath Shiromani take a completely different perspective. He says that the establishing of Hetu is dependent on Sadhya or probandum. It is the Anvay Sadhya or Vyatirek Sadhya or Anvay Vyatirek Sadhya which further is established on the basis of these three types of Hetus. According to the classical thinkers, there are three types of associations, Anvay, Vyatirek and Anvay Vyatirek, and according to Gangesha, it is the knowledge of Vyapti which is of three types, Anvay Vyapti, Vyatirek Vyapti and Anvay Vyatirek Vyapti. Whereas for Raghunath Shiromani, it is the three types of Sadhyas, Anvay Sadhya, Vyatirek Sadhya and Anvay Vyatirek Sadhya, which are further established by these three types of Hetus. Now let us take the Keshav Mishra's view. Keshav Mishra held the view that the Hetu differs when there is difference in the supporting instance, that is Drishtant, where the concomitance between Hetu and Sadhya takes place. So according to Keshav Mishra, these are three types of drishtants or examples which establish inference, and these are Anvay Drishtant, Vyatirek Drishtant and Anvay Vyatirek Drishtant, which are further established on the basis of these three types of hetus, Anvay Hetu, Vyatirek Hetu and Anvay Vyatirek Hetu. So according to him, in the case of Anvay Vyatirek Hetu, both Anvay and Vyatirek Drishtant are available, where both Anvay and Vyatirek Vyapti are established. In case of Keval Vyatireki Hetu, no Drishtant is available where the positive concomitance between Hetu and Sadhya can be guaranteed. And third is Keval Anvay Hetu occurs where no Vyatireki Drishtant which can guarantee the Vyatireki Vyapti in the form where there is the absence of sadhya, there is the absence of hetu is available. Hence, Keshav Mishra has established drishtant in these three types of inferences in Keval Anvay, Keval Vyatirek and Anvay Vyatirek. Now we will try to enter into the detail of the nature of these three kinds of hetu. From the above discussion, it is more or less clear to us that the hetu where both Anvay and Vyatirek Vyapti are available is known as Anvay Vyatirek Hetu. So, Anvay Vyatirek Hetu is that in which both Anvay and Vyatirek Vyaptis are available or consisted, that is known as Anvay Vyatirek Hetu. Let us discuss it in more detail. Now, again, what is the meaning of the Vyapak and Vyapya? How these two terms are related in relation to Vyapti? We know that Vyapti is a relation between Vyapya and Vyapak, that is pervaded and pervader. We can take a concrete example to elucidate it. In case of the inference, the hill is fiery because it is smoky. The hetu smoke resides in the locus of the sadhya fire. In the kitchen etc., we find that smoke resides along with fire. Here smoke hetu is vyapya and fire sadhya is vyapak. Smoke is vyapya because of the reason that we can't find a single locus where smoke is present but fire is not. This Anvay Vyapti is expressed by the sentence, wherever there is smoke, there is fire. Example is the kitchen. Here kitchen is regarded as Anvay Drishtant, as this Drishtant acts as the supporting instance of this Vyapti. Hence in the example we have seen that it is the relationship of Vyapak and Vyapya. Smoke is Vyapya and fire is Vyapak, or Hetu is Vyapya and Sadhya is Vyapak. As we cannot find a single instance of Vyapya without Vyapak. Wherever there is smoke, there is fire. We will always find this association, but we will never find the opposite. Wherever there is fire, there is smoke. Hence we can say that smoke is Vyapya and fire or Sadhya is Vyapak. As the example or drishtant is given of the kitchen. In kitchen we can see the association of these both hetu and sadhya, smoke and fire. As this was the example of Anvay Vyapti, now let us see what is Vyatirek Vyapti. The definition of Vyatirek Vyapti is Sadhya Bhav Vyapaki Bhuta Bhav Pratiyogitva. We have just mentioned that in the case of Vyatirek Vyapti, the absence of sadhya, that is sadhya abhav, is regarded as vyapya, and the absence of hetu, that is hetva bhav, is regarded as vyapak. Now in this relation of Vyatirek Vyapti, we see that there is absence of sadhya. Wherever there is absence of sadhya, there is absence of hetu. So here the Vyapaki Bhut Abhav of Sadhya Abhav is Hetva Bhav. So Vyapya is in absence or in abhav, and that is Sadhya Abhav, and Sadhya Abhav further leads to hetva bhav. So what we have done in defining anvay vyapti and vyatirek vyapti, we are trying to understand anvay vyatirek hetu. Anvay vyatirek hetu is established by anvay vyatirek vyapti. So anvay vyapti is the correlation or association of two entities, and vyatirek is the negation of two entities. Wherever there is absence of sadhya, there is absence of hetu, is the anvay. Hence when these both entities are available, that is known as anvay vyatirek hetu. Let us try to understand keval vyatirek hetu with the help of example, and the example is earth is different from whatever is different from earth as it possesses smell, and the drishtant is given water. Now what is that relationship here? In this example, the emphasis is on the absence of smell in water. Like water is the example is given in which smell does not reside. Smell resides only in earth. So how to establish earth and its quality of smell? By saying that earth is different from whatever is different from earth as it possesses smell. So we can say that inference is drawn only on the basis of negative concomitance or vyatirek sahacharya, and so this anumiti is known as keval vyatirek anumiti, the hetu of which is regarded as keval vyatirek hetu. So what we can say that the keval vyatirek inference or anuman is that which is established on the basis of keval vyatirek hetu. Keval vyatirek hetu is that which is a negative proban. Now we will try to understand the keval anvay hetu. In case of inference, the pot is nameable as it is knowable. Knowability is treated as keval anvay hetu. This inference is known as keval anvay anumiti, as it is obtained only from the positive concomitance between hetu and sadhya in this form: whatever is knowable hetu is nameable sadhya. For example, table, chair, etc. Here table, chair, etc. act as anvay drishtant, as they are supportive of the claim that whatever is knowable is nameable. What do we understand by keval anvay hetu is that there is keval anvay anuman, and keval anvay anuman is that which is established by the concomitance of sadhya and hetu which are positive. So positive association of hetu and sadhya is known as positive concomitance, and hence that which leads to the conclusion or which leads to the knowledge is that of the keval anvay anumiti. Hence this inference is drawn only on the basis of the positive concomitance or anvay sahacharya, and so this anumiti is known as keval anvay anumiti, the hetu of which it is regarded as keval anvay hetu. So keval anvay hetu is that which leads to the keval anvay association or concomitance, and this concomitance is known as positive concomitance, and establishing this positive concomitance is the further leads to keval anvay anumiti. So what do we see? That these three types of hetus occur in these three types of inferences. So these three types of inferences are anvay vyatirek, keval anvay and keval vyatirek. So accordingly these are three types of hetus: anvay vyatirek, keval anvay and keval vyatirek. Now after discussing these three types of hetus, now let us discuss what are the conditions of consisting a hetu. There are 5 conditions, and these 5 conditions are paksha sattva. Paksha sattva is the presence of hetu in paksha. Sapaksha sattva, Sapaksh Sattva means the presence of Hetu on Sapaksh. Sapaksh is the knowledge of Paksh. And third is Vipaksh Sattva. Vipaksh Sattva is the condition where Hetu must not be present on Vipaksh, as Hetu has always to be presented only on Paksh. And fourth is Asat Prati Paksh Sattva. Asat Prati Pakshatva means that Hetu must not be contradictory. Like if fire or the sadhe has to be established, then Hetu must not be in the contradiction of fire. And fifth is Abadhit Tattva. Abadhit Tattva is the condition in which sadhya is not been already established by the contradictory hetus, or we can say that contradictory of sadhya must not be established by the other powerful pramanas. So these are the 5 conditions of establishing hetu. We should clearly keep in mind that all these 5 qualifications are applicable only to Anvay Vyatireki hetu and not to Keval Anvay and Keval Vyatireki hetu. Now we come to the last part of this module after discussing 3 types of inferences, and these are Keval Anvay, Keval Vyatireki, Anvay Vyatireki, and 3 types of hetus, and these 3 types of hetus are Keval Anvay, Keval Vyatireki and Anvay Vyatireki. Now let us see what is the criticism of these 3 types of hetus / anumans. Twofold criticism of the classification of hetu and anumans are as follows. Strictly speaking, Keval Vyatireki is not possible without Anvay. Now this criticism is on the Vyatireki hetu or Vyatireki Vyapti. Since Vyatireki cannot be established without Anvay. Anvay is the positive association of 2 entities. For example, wherever there is smoke, there is fire. This association of hetu and sadhya or fire and smoke is known as Anvay. Unless we have the knowledge of Anvay association, we cannot have the knowledge of Vyatireki. This is the criticism of the opponents. And second criticism is the classification rests on a particular conception of Vyapti, according to which it must have existential import. So Buddhists' criticism on Nyayika is that Nyayikas presume existential import, whereas these 2 types are the conditional relations. Anvay and Vyatireki are the conditional relations. In these, existential import is not possible. Hence these 2 are very strong criticism against the Nyayika's enumeration of these 3 kinds of inferences or anuman. Hope you will be able to follow these 3 types of inferences with this. Thank you so much.